It's the 17th century, and you're walking across the only bridge foreigners are allowed to use in all of Japan. Behind you, armed guards. Ahead, an island the size of a city block, packed with spies, merchants, and secrets. On this tiny fan-shaped island, a single piece of paper could get you killed. For 200 years, Dejima was the only legal place where Japan met the West. A man-made island built to lock the world out, and somehow let it in. This is the mystery of Dejima. Dejima didn't exist until the 1630s. The shogun, Tokugawa Iemitsu, ordered a small peninsula in Nagasaki cut through, turning it into an artificial island, around 120 by 75 meters, less than a hectare of land. The target? Not an enemy army, but the Portuguese and their explosive new faith, Christianity. The plan was simple and chilling. Let them trade, but trap them on an island, a stone quarantine for foreign souls. It didn't work. After the brutal Shimabara rebellion of mostly Christian peasants, the shogunate expelled the Portuguese in 1639. Dejima was suddenly an empty cage, but the shogun wasn't done with it yet. In 1641, the Dutch East India Company got an ultimatum. Leave your old base at Hirado or lose Japan entirely. They chose to move, straight into the empty prison of Dejima. For the next 2 centuries, the Dutch were the only Westerners with direct access to Japan, and they lived like well-paid prisoners. At any time, maybe 19 Dutchmen were allowed on the island. No wives, no families, no churches. Religious books and weapons? Confiscated. The bridge? Guarded on both ends. One visiting surgeon, Engelbert Kempfer, said they were treated not like honest traders, but like hostages of the shogun. So here's the first question. If Japan was so terrified of foreign influence, why keep this strange foreign island alive at all? Reason 1. Money. Through Dejima, the Dutch brought in silk, sugar, medicines, rare goods from China, India, and Europe. In return, they bought Japanese silver, copper, porcelain, lacquerware, even rice. The trade was so profitable early on that Dutch profits could hit 50% or more. Reason 2, and this is the real mystery, information. The Dutch weren't missionaries. They weren't trying to convert Japan. That made them useful. Dejima became the pipeline for rangaku, Dutch learning. Western science, astronomy, medicine, military tech, all dripping slowly into Japan through Dutch books and instruments. On paper, Dejima was a cage. In practice, it was a secret lab, where a supposedly closed country dissected the modern world. The rule was simple. Foreigners stay on Dejima, Japanese stay off Dejima. Reality was anything but simple. Interpreters, officials, craftsmen, and licensed yujo, women of pleasure, from Nagasaki's Maruyama district went in and out under strict control. Some courtesans were hand-picked and sent to live on the island, blurring the line between inside and outside. Behind those walls, Dutch surgeons taught Western anatomy. Japanese scholars smuggled out over 10,000 foreign books on science and medicine. Dejima by day, a tiny, suffocating company outpost. Dejima by night, a rumor mill, a classroom. A pressure valve between a frozen feudal order and a world racing ahead. What ideas crossed that bridge? Which conversations changed Japan's future without leaving a single line in the records? We only see the shadows. In the 1820s, a German doctor in Dutch service, Philipp Franz von Siebold, turned Dejima into his own research universe. He studied Japanese plants, animals, people, and something far more dangerous, its maps. Detailed charts of northern Japan and Edo Castle were strictly forbidden to leave the country, but Siebold collected them anyway. In 1828, a typhoon slammed into Nagasaki. A Dutch ship linked to Siebold ran aground. When officials inspected the cargo, they found contraband maps bound for the outside world. The fallout was brutal. Siebold was placed under house arrest, then expelled from Japan. The Japanese scholar who had supplied key maps, Takahashi Kageyasu, was sentenced to death and died in prison. Around 50 others were punished, all because of information that escaped Dejima's walls. Dejima wasn't just about trade. It was a battleground over who controlled knowledge and how much of Japan the outside world was allowed to see. In the 1850s, American warships forced Japan's ports open. New treaties followed, new foreign districts. Overnight, Dejima went from secret window to relic. Land reclamation eventually swallowed the island into Nagasaki's waterfront. Today, parts of Dejima have been carefully reconstructed, letting visitors walk through the alleys where Japan once kept the entire West on a leash. For 2 centuries, Japan said no to the world, but yes to this one strange island. Was Dejima a prison for foreigners, a spy post for the shogun, or a secret training ground where Japan quietly studied the West so that when the doors finally opened, it wouldn't be left behind? Maybe it was all 3. If you want more stories of hidden islands, forbidden maps, and places history tried to keep off the map, hit like, subscribe, and tell me which mystery to unlock next.